125 Fahrenheit. I'm just going to start adding this into the flour and yeast mixture. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to start stirring it at this point. Add some more. You can add a lot. I don't think there's anything against even adding all of it. A little easier to mix when you add a little bit at a time, I think. And so right now this is pretty warm, so it's activating the yeast right now. So it's getting that yeast functional, and it's starting to do its work. So once I stir this and it's kind of a manageable mixture, then I'll start to, well, I can get my hands into it right now. Just kind of squishing it, incorporating the liquid into the flour. And so depending on how big of a bowl you have, you can just mix it all in here, or since I cleaned the counter with alcohol, I can move it to the countertop and use there, which will help a bit. So as soon as I can get it kind of incorporated, then I'll start kneading it. So I'm still just kind of squishing it and getting that liquid through the flour right now. Try to get that flour on the bottom in. Alright, let's get that up here. Starting to come together nicely. So at this point, it looks like it could use a little more liquid. Sometimes you can just keep working it and it'll all incorporate and just be smooth. You just have to give it some patience. Or you can add a little more water. That might help the process speed up a little bit. So I've been kneading for 4 minutes since that last part I showed you. And thankfully, I didn't need to add any more water. If I did, I would have to have heated it up in the microwave to 120 degrees before I added it. So I wanted to try without adding the water, and it worked. So happy about that. And so I just wanted to show you what it looks like to knead. You kind of squish it down with the heels of your hand, flip it up like that, and repeat. Squish it down, flip it up on its edge, so that you can kind of have the most to work with like that. And you just keep doing this until the dough comes smooth. If you feel it right now, you can feel like little kind of lumps of flour in there, and it looks a little bit lumpy. So I'll just want to keep working it until it's completely smooth. All the flour and yeast is well incorporated through there. Alright, so I kneaded for another 10 minutes after that, so about 14 minutes of total kneading. And as you can see, the texture is very smooth. You can pull it. I can't really feel any clumps of flour or anything, so that's good. You can tell that there wasn't quite enough water added. See how there's these kind of separations here? That shows that, that didn't get worked out while kneading. That shows that there wasn't quite enough water, so we can add maybe a 1/4 cup of water to the recipe, maybe a 1/2 cup, something like that. So we're going to let this sit. The first rise is 1.5 hours. So we'll let this sit for 1.5 hours. I will put cellophane over it just to help keep it moist so it doesn't get like a dry crust over the dough. So I'll be back in 1.5 hours.